What's going on, YouTube? So I guess David Carroll was right. They are willing to sacrifice and risk their health, even at old age, just to have a half-breed dirty baby with good eyes, good hair, and green eyes. I mean, what more can be said? Tamron Balls, as I call her, aka Tamron Halls, or Tamron Hall, less than a year after she left, or a little more than a year after she left, the set of, what was that? NBC's Today Show, because she didn't want to compete with a white woman that was coming over from Fox called Megyn Kelly for the attention of the penises of white men, and she knew that Megyn Kelly would be her competition because prior to that she was the best looking broad news anchor that they had on there. Subject for another video. It says here that she went from heartbreak to happiness after having a miracle baby at 48 years of age. Now, for those of you who don't know much about Tamron Hall, Tamron Balls, that's what I call her. Email me if you want to know why. This woman started her career, she got her first big break at least, in my hometown of Chicago as a Fox News anchor. I remember this hoe all the way back in like the late 90s to early 2000s when she was news anchoring beside Robinson and Walter Jacobson. And at some point she transitioned from a local station on Fox in Chicago to the national spotlight. I'm not sure, I haven't read her wiki, don't care to either, but sometime after that she transitioned over to the national, she got transferred to the national bureau working for NBC, and she was one of their leading female news anchors for the Today Show, alongside Matt Lauer and some older hag bimbo, I forget her name, for quite a while. But then Megyn Kelly, as you know, who was a news anchor slash commentator on Fox News for a long time, she transitioned over from Fox News after having a dispute with them to MSNBC. And then from MSNBC, it was confirmed that she was going to take Tamron Hall's spot on the Today Show. Okay? So they basically just moved the pretty black broad out of the way and put a white bimbo there. And Tamron Hall didn't like that because she thought, and she was, from a physically attractive standpoint, the cream of the crop for NBC at the time. So they were going to have her still as a leading correspondents are the ones that are out in the field. They were going to have her as a leading anchor on a different show on NBC, but she said, fuck y'all. If I can't be the it woman anymore, I'm gone, So, she was hurt by that. So they said that broke her heart, It wasn't because people were talking about she got fired. No, she willingly left. She voluntarily left NBC. NBC, they didn't want to break her contract. She broke her contract, okay? Because she didn't want to compete with Megyn Kelly. She couldn't accept the fact that after being in the journalism business, and being one of these corporate American hood rats that Mr. Carroll talks about so much, that after 20 years of service, and I don't just mean in the news anchor seat, cough, cough, sniffle, sniffle, she was ousted, she was upended, she was double crossed by the white men who own those news networks by allowing a white bimbo to come over from not only a different company, a different news company, news network, but a news network whose viewpoints are ardently opposed to that of NBC. As you know, NBC for the most part, sides more towards, the liberal CNN type of viewpoint, and Fox News usually sides more towards the conservative type of viewpoint, at least on the national level. So they basically threw her out, even though she's been figuratively and otherwise kissing their ass and doing some other things, which is why I call her Tamron Balls, cough, cough, for over 20 years of her, storied journalism career. So she left and she kind of disappeared from the spotlight. Everybody was wondering, what happened to Tamron Balls? Excuse me. This cough is leaving slowly but surely, but it's still kind of lingering. What happened to Tamron Balls? Where did she go? Is she going to sign with another network like Megyn Kelly did? Because I don't think that's the crazy thing. Is Megyn Kelly still on the Today Show? Hold up. Damn. They did Tamron Balls bogus as hell. Megyn Kelly didn't even keep the job. That's what I thought. I thought my memory served me correctly. Yeah. Megyn Kelly, she got ousted all the way back in October during that whole blackface controversy that y'all may recall. It was Megyn Kelly and it was some other bimbos. It was something about them making doing blackface. I don't remember if it was for Halloween or what. But says Megyn Kelly's Today Show run at NBC is over after a tumultuous week that began when she defended blackface Halloween costumes. Yeah. That's what got her. The Halloween blackface thing. Yeah. So she didn't even keep that job 6 months. And Tamron Balls had been there for how fucking long? She had been doing the Today Show for at least half a decade. Wow. So that pretty much just let Tamron Balls and other divested black women know where they were at. It's also worth noting that Tamron Balls likely had this biracial child with a white man, I think well over 60 years of age, also a journalist, if memory serves me correctly. And that the best that she could settle for, I think they're married now, is a dude twice her age. As pretty as she is, or, especially when she was in her prime. Because Tamron Hall to me, she's always been more physically attractive than Halle Berry. Not too many women, period, can make short hairstyles work and still be sexy. But it's like Tamron Hall, Halle Berry, and there's a few other chicks that can make short, like boy cut type hairstyles really rock. So, she was for a black new, TV journalist chick, she was bad back in her day. And in spite of that, in spite of all of her success as a corporate American hood rat, she had to settle for a man twice her age to marry her and impregnate her. And then she actually waits. Because you notice now, she didn't get pregnant with her first child, to my knowledge, until after her news career was over. I guess she figured, well, shit, I'm not going to get, I'm almost 50 years old now. I might as well retire. I got some money saved up. I got this aging white king that is willing to give me a biracial child. I'm not going to get no higher in my career than the Today Show. especially not at this age. So I might as well go ahead and retire. So she waited to have her first child, even her first biracial child, until after her news career was over, or after she retired, fell out of the spotlight. Then she decides to have a child at 48 years of age. Now, I'm no expert in female health, but from what I've been told, it is not wise at all. And some of you ladies who I know stalk my channel can correct me on this if I'm wrong. But from what I understand, it is not wise for a woman to have a child too far past 40 years of age. Okay? But she went ahead and she followed in the steps of Janet Jackson. I thought at the time, when Janet Jackson pulled that shit several years ago and had a baby at 50, I thought that she was an anomaly. I thought she was a fluke. But this just goes to show, it's like Halle Berry, and she's always impressed me as a bimbo that kind of had her stuff in order, in the sense of, organizing her life, planning her future out well. She always seemed, never really seemed, she was obviously, a swirler, but she never seemed like a messy chick to me, except for, we ain't gonna go there. It's just, it's YouTube. But anyway, she never seemed like a messy chick in the sense of like she didn't have her shit together. I think, she had her money stored up, she was ready for that time when NBC was going to screw her over. So she wasn't really sweating it. She got her feelings hurt. She got that wake up call, but it wasn't, it didn't like kill her finances or nothing. Okay. So she decided that she was going to wait until after her career was done to have her baby. That's the only thing that can explain having a baby at 48 years of age when you're a woman. Okay. So I'm sure the doctor went over with her just like he did with Janet Jackson. Okay, look, Tamron Balls. I mean, I know you want to have this baby because it's going to make your life complete as a dark-skinned black woman having a biracial child. But, I mean, we're just telling you, there is a risk that you could lose the child. There is a risk that, you could experience serious health complications as a result of having this child when you're this far past your prime. Developing a womb for a child at this age is not very health conscious. I have to advise against this, says her doctor. And Tamron Ball says, I want to be my own Olivia Pope. I'm having this baby. Well, they say, okay, we'll do the best we can. We'll put you on medication. We'll monitor you, but we're not responsible for anything to happen after this. And voila. Hence the front of People magazine. Miracle baby at 48. Her emotional journey from heartbreak to happiness. Now, of course, having a baby is going to make most women happy. Okay? But the fact that they would title it Heartbreak getting moved aside for Megyn Kelly. Number one, that just reminds us and reminds black women, okay, that no matter how high you rise in this world, I think even Chris Rock said it best. When you're black, well, when you're white, the sky's the limit. When you're black, the limit's the sky. Okay? No matter how high she rose, still when it came for that white bimbo to come over, when the studio was ready for their white bimbo, nothing Tamron Balls had achieved, no amount of work she had successfully done, and I don't just mean at the anchor desk. Cough. Yeah. No amount of anything, no amount of news reporting, nothing was going to stop them from moving her out the way. It's just like Ludacris said, move, bitch, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, move, bitch, get out the way, get out the way, hey, get out the way. Nothing that she did, and I'm sure she felt real proud of herself, could stop that juggernaut from rolling over her ass when it was time for the white bimbo to take her spot. Secondly, as pretty as she is, as much of a celebrity as she is, she had to settle for a white dude twice her age to give her this biracial child. What does that tell y'all? What does that tell her? Fuck what it tell y'all. What does that tell her? That tells her pretty much what Denzel Washington's character said to that other black actor in Glory. Y'all remember? You can march like the white man. You can talk like the white man. You can dress like him. You can even wear his suits. But at the end of the day, you ain't gonna be nothing to him but an ugly ass chimp in a blue suit. Talk to you later, guys.